Good morning, students. Class 11th, first chapter set theory. In last video, we discussed about the power set, and now we will do some application on the power set and next topic. So first of all, if a given set having total number of elements are n, then the number of subsets having element n equals to 2 raised to the power n. This formula you have to learn. Similarly, number of elements in a power set. What is the power set? Power set is the collection of all the subsets of a given set. So let us suppose if we have given a set that is equals to set A and having element only 1 and 2, then number of elements that is Na barabar 2. So for the given set A, if the number of elements are that is Na barabar 2, then number of total subsets will be equals to 2 raised to the power n, that is 2 raised to the power 2. So 2 raised to the power 2 will be 4. Now how we will write these total 4 subset? So we learn that for a given set, the empty set is always subset of the given set. Second, the given set is the itself subset of itself. So 1, 2, it will be the one subset, that is given set is the subset of itself. Now one more set we can write having element 1 and one more that is having 2. So these are the 4 subset of the given set A, that is phi having element 1, 2, set having element 1 and the having element 2. So these are the total 4 subset. So power set of the given set A will be written as PA, and the power set is collection of all the subsets of given set A. So the subset of given set A are phi 1, 2, 1 and 2. So these we will write as the element of power set. So phi 1, 2, set of 1, 2, then set of 1, then set of 2, and we will enclose all these subset by the curly bracket. Then this will be known as the power set. Now here what we have written, number of element in power set will be 2 raised to the power n, where n is the number of element in the given set A. So here in set A, the number of elements are 2. So total number of subsets will be 4, and collection of these subset will be known as power set. So for given set A, power set will be PA. This is the representation of the power set. Now the next topic is universal set. So what is the universal set? We have learned about the subset of a given set. So here what will be the universal set? The total, the set which contains all the subsets in given context is known as universal set. For example, we have given, let the set A is equals to having element 1, 2, 3. Set B is having element 3, 4, 5, and set C having the element 4, 5, 6. Now, if we have to write a set which contain all these as a subset, or we can say if we are able to write a set which contain all the element of set A, set B and set B, in this context, the set which contain all these given set will be known as universal set for the set A, B, C. So let the universal set U is containing element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and this one. So the set which contain all the subsets even in given context is known as a universal set. So for the set A, B, C, if we observe, set A is also contained by U, set B is also contained by U and set C is also contained by U. So in this case, this set is known as universal set, and the standard representation of universal set is represented by U, and whatever the element that will be contained by this curly bracket. Now next topic is very important topic, that is operations on sets. There are basically two types of operations on the set. First is union of sets and second one is intersection of sets. So let us consider what is union of sets. So please note down operations on sets. This one is the next topic, and first is union of sets. Now what do you understand by union of sets? If we have given two sets, let the set A and B, let the set A and B be the given set, then the union of the set A and B be the set containing all the elements of set A and set B. So let the set A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 and the set B having element 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then the union of set A and B is represented by set A union set B. This is the symbol for the union of set A and B, and union of set A and B will be the set which contains all the element of given set A and B. So if we have to write the union of these elements, then we will write all the element having in set A and B, but those elements which are repeated in A and B, we will write single time in the union of set A and B. So union of A and B will be 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6 and 7. So the union of set A and B is A union B, and it will contain all the elements of set A and B, whether the elements are of A or B. So observe here, the element of set A are 1, 2, 3 and 4, and the element of set B are 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So the union of set A and B will be A union barabar this one. One more example. Let us suppose set A is the set A is equals to X, while X is an vowel of English alphabet, and set B is equals to X, while X is a consonant of English alphabet, then the union of set A and B will be represented by A union B, and A union B will be equals to X, while X is the English alphabet, that is, these two sets are given in set building form. If we have to write the set A in roster form, then set A will be equals to A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels, and similarly set B will be equals to, except the alphabet, then A, E, I, O, U. So B, C, D, F, Z, H, and so on up to Z. So A union B means we have to write all the English alphabet, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on up to Z. So the union of the given set are the set containing all the element of the given set. Now next one, intersection of sets. Intersection means if we have given two sets and if we have to find the intersection, that intersection means we have to find those elements which are common in the given sets. So the second operation is the intersection of sets. Let the given sets are A and B, then the intersection of the given sets is the set of common elements. For example, given set A is having element A, B, C, D, E, and the set B is having element B, C, D, F. Then the intersection of set A and B is represented by set A intersection set B. This is the symbol for representation of intersection, and the intersection of set A and B will be the sets of the element which are common in set A and B. So here the common element are B, C, and D. So A intersection B will be equals to the set of the element B, C, D for the given set A and B. Now next, most important topic is properties of the union and intersection. On the basis of these properties, we will get some applications. So, union of sets, properties. So, next topic is properties of union of sets. First property, A union B is equals to B union A. Means if we have given two sets, set A and B, and if we have to find A union B and B union A, then A union B will be equals to B union A. This is known as commutative law. Commutative law. This property is known as commutative law. Second property is, if we have given three sets, set A, B, C, then A union B union C will be equals to A union B union C. That is, first we have to find A union B, and if the resulted set is X, then X will be written with the union of set C, and it will be equals to A union of B union C. So, in the right hand side, first we will find B union C, that we will write all the elements containing the set B and C. Then we will find union of B union C with the given set A. So, A union B union C barabar A union of B union C. This is known as associative law. Associative laws. Next property is, if we have given a set A and if we have to find union with the empty set, then A union empty set will be always equals to the given set A, and this is known as laws of identity. Laws of identity element. Laws of identity element, or phi is the identity of union. Phi is the identity of union. That is most important property. Now property number 4. If we have given set A and if we have to find the union of itself with the set A, then A union A will be always equals to A. That is known as idempotent law. Very important name, idempotent law. Please note down, idempotent law, union of itself. Then last property, property number 5. If we have given a universal set U and a given set A, then the union of the universal and given set will be always equals to universal set. This is known as law of universal. Law of universal. And what is the universal? Universal is that set which contain all the element of given sets in given context. So these are the some properties of the union of sets. Now similarly, some properties on the intersection of two sets. So next one, properties of intersection of two sets. So second one, properties of the intersection of sets. What is the intersection of sets? If we have given two sets A and B, then the intersection of A and B is represented by A intersection B, and A intersection B means we have to find a set that is the sets of common element of the given sets. Now the properties of intersection of sets. First property, A intersection B is equals to B intersection A. That is, सेट ए और बी का इंटरसेक्शन निकालूं या बी और ए का इंटरसेक्शन निकालूं, ये दोनों इक्वल होगा, तो दिस इज नॉन एज कम्यूटेटिव लॉ. Commutative law. Then second property, similarly A intersection B intersection of C is equals to A intersection B intersection of C. This is known as associative law. And what is the meaning of this property? If we have given three sets and if we have to find the intersection of first two set and then intersection with third set, then it will be equals to the intersection of last two one with the intersection of first set, that is set A. Next property, if we have to find the intersection of phi and the intersection of given set A, then the intersection of phi and given set A will be equals to always phi. This is known as law of phi. Law of phi, where phi is the empty set. Similarly, next property, if we have to find the intersection of a universal set and given set A, then it will be equals to always A. So this is law of universal. Law of universal. Next property, the intersection of a given set A with itself will be always equals to A. किसी given set का उसी set के साथ जो intersection है, that is always equals to A. This is known as idempotent law. Idempotent law. And last one, sixth property, A intersection with B intersection C. This will be equals to A intersection B intersection of union of A intersection B union C will be equals to A intersection B union A intersection C. This is known as distributive law. Distributive law. So these are the some properties of intersection of two sets. So hope you like this video. In next video, we will discuss the application on these properties and the Venn diagram, the last topic of this chapter. Thank you, love.